for geometric progression, like I said, it should be what? Multiplication or division. And this is the example that we have here. So in this case now, if you Techno Pop TV, is there any problem? Do you have anything to say? You are raising your hand. Any problem? Okay, if I can't hear anything from you, let me. Okay, so please lower your hand. So, so in this case now, for arithmetic progression, we realize that the first one, for everything, we call the first one A. We call the first one A. For everything, the first one is usually called A. So that's the same thing as T1. Now, to get the second term, or in this case now, they have given us the second term, but to know what has happened in this first one. So if you know what has happened, or we want to get the second term, T2, we say that what? We add the common difference to it, to the first one. T3, we said we are going to add common difference to T2. It will give us A plus 2D. And as a result of that, they said our formula is what? A plus N minus 1D. N minus 1, because you realize that when you have 3 here, we have 2 here. When you have 2 here, we have 1 here. When you have T1, you have what? 0D. There's no D there. So you realize that the difference between what is outside there and what is inside there, they are usually 1. That's why we have this one as N minus 1. So when you have T20, it will be what? A plus what? 20 minus 1, that's 19D. So that is the conclusion for that one. And then another thing that we just need to know there is that what? The common difference, we realize that they have a common difference. So if you want to get that, it is what? The difference between consecutive terms. So say D equals what? T2 minus T1. But there are some certain times that they will give us distant terms. For example, if you look at this one now, the first one is 2, the second one is 5, the third one is 8, the fourth one is 11. They may give us the first one and the fourth one, and they want us to find the common difference. So an example is what? A sequence or an AP. AP is given by 2x, y, 11. Find the common difference. So you can see that they are far apart. So this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, this is T4. So a very good way that we can also easily get this one is to also use the formula of common difference. But the formula for common difference we are going to use here is what? Is that if you are given a distant whatsoever. So instead of saying T2 minus T1 now, instead of saying T2 minus T1, the topic we are looking at is AP and GP. AP and GP is our topic. So AP and GP is our topic, like I said. So okay. Now, so in this case now, so what we do if you are given a distant term, maybe TM, if you are given TM or TM, yes, and then there are a lot of things, and TN. So they said that the formula for that one, we can, instead of using T2 minus T1, you use Tn minus Tm over what? Those subscripts, n minus m. You know, the same thing applies to this. The same thing as T2 minus T1 over 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 will give us 1. That's why the division there does not make any difference. Exactly. But when they are far apart, so what you just have to do is that you subtract their subscript. So in this case now, they have given us T4 and T1. If you look at it, number them, T1, T4. So you just say what? It will be what? Our common difference will be T4 minus T1 over what? 4 minus 1. So what is our T4? T4 is equals to 11. T1 is equals to what?
I can't hear you.
Sorry? Is it that is breaking or what? Is it that my voice is breaking, or I want to just check whether it is network? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Maybe it's network problem. We can hear you.
You can. Okay. So it will now be T4 minus T1, like we have said that here. T4 minus T1. So this is T4. T4 is what? 11. T1 is 2. Divided by what? 4 minus 1 is what? 3. So 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 divided by 3 will give us what? 9 divided by 3 will give us what? 3. So it means the common difference is 3. So you can see. So that's another way of getting your common difference. So majorly that is just the review of what we mean by what? Arithmetic progression, AP. Actually, there is another thing that we just quickly need to also mention is what? Our sum of AP. Yes. I hope this one is clear. I can move on. So for GP, for sum. For sum, where is just, let me just give us for sum, what actually happened there is that what? Well, majority of us, we already know the formula. But formula is that we realize that we want to be adding them. We want to be adding them together, and just like, can you add? Let me give you an example. Can you add? Find the sum of what? 1. Sum of 1 to 20. Find the sum of 1 to 20. What will it give us?
1 plus 2 plus 5.
Eh? I'm supposed to have given me the answer now. Okay. So nobody can give me the answer straight. Okay. You see the principle that is in, because we need to know the principle too. There are sometimes you apply the principle in your further studies. So that is why I always try to emphasize principles. When you know principle, it assists you in further studies. Okay, 210. But it took you a lot of time. Okay, thank you for that. 210 is correct. Now, what you are going to do? Don't write. I will not permit you to write. Thank you. So in this case, the principle we have observed in sum is that when you want to sum number, for example, I want to sum what? Numbers from 1 to 5, for example, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. It's still the same thing as saying that what? I can rewrite it and say 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Please don't be disturbed. Some of you may feel this is not the way they taught us in school. Now this is not the way. I'm explaining in this way so that you understand the concepts. It's very, very important if you understand the concept. It's not just knowing the formula. We are still arriving at the same formula that they have given in your school or that you have learned before now. We are going to arrive at the same thing. But it's just for you to understand the basics, the foundation, so that when you want to apply it in another place, it will be very easy for you to apply. So that is just the essence of all these jargons I'm trying to take back. Now we realize that if I add them together, what do you see? 5 plus 1, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 4, 6. 5 plus 1, 6. So it's a very easy way of adding. So it will always give us the same thing. So you know it's now like what? 2s. Now it's very easy for me to add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. What will it give me? In fact, I can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 times 6, 30. So if I have that 30, I will just divide it by 2. It means the sum of what? Numbers from 1 to 5. Sum of numbers from 1 to 5 will be what? 15. Numbers from 1 to 5 will be what? 15. Very easy like that. Look at the question I gave you too. Sum of 1 to 20. So I can just say, if I'm summing, I have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and so on, up to what? 20. Another way I can also add it is what? To say that what? S equals what? 20 plus what? 19 plus what? 18 plus so up to what? Plus 1. If I add them together, you can see I still have 21, 21, 21. So I may just say, how many numbers did I have together? 20 numbers. So my answer will be what this one will give me is 21 times 20 over what? 2. Because this one has become 2s. So my 2s can just be said to be what? 21 times 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21 plus 21 in 20 places. That's why I have 21 times 20. So, but because that is what? 2s. For me to get s, it will just be what? 21, each of them, multiplied by what? 20, which is the total number, over what? Over 2. So if I just say 2 year 1, 2 year 10, that will give us 210 straight. So easily I can find the sum of numbers from 1 to 100. What's the sum of numbers from 1 to 100? Sum of number from 1 to 100. Now you can see what we have actually seen here is that I'm going to add the first and the last. The first and the last, add them together, it will give me 21. How many numbers am I adding together? 20 numbers. You divide it by 2. So in the case of 1 to 100, what do I do? The first number is 1. The last number is 100. Add them together, 101. Multiply by how many numbers am I adding together? 100 numbers divided by 2. As simple as that. So what do we do? That will give us what? 5100. Is that 5100? 50, yeah. 505. Yeah. 5050. So that will just be 2 year 1, 2 in it depends. If I want to say like that, I'll just say 2 in 101. 2 in 10 is what? Is 5. 2 in 1 is 0.5. So that would be 50-50. So it will give us 50-50. So as simple as that. So that's the principle of. So if you now want to generalize it, if you want to generalize it, you know I told you that you pick the first and the last. So if you need to generalize, in the process of generalization, what I just need to do is that what? I will say that what? My sum of n term, first n, will be what? The first term will be what? T1. Add it to the last term, Tn. Multiply by n, number of terms, divided by 2. So that's just the formula, as simple as it is. So it's just the same thing as n over 2 into bracket. T1 is what? A. We call it A, the first term, plus Tn. So that's Sn. I hope that's the formula you also use. So I can easily find the sum of numbers from 1 to 50. 1 to 50, it means it will be what? 50 plus 1, 51. So I'm going to have 51. 51 times 50 divided by 2. As simple as that. Sum of numbers from 1 to 500. 500 plus 1 will be what? 501. Multiplied by 500 divided by 2. So that's in the simplest form. So because of the fact that we have known the formula for Tn before, so that is why they have now extended. Because we have known the formula for Tn before, so we now want to replace. I can see how that Sn equals n over 2 into bracket a plus my Tn. Tn from the last formula, we say it is what? A plus n minus 1d. So from there, if I add this one together, I have Sn equals n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So as simple as that. So that's our formula. Any question before I proceed? So this is the whole summary of what? AP. So can we move to GP? Any question? Okay. From what I can see, there's no question. So if you are moving to GP, now the example I gave on GP said for GP, an example we gave is what? If you have 2, first number is 2, the next number is what? 6, the next number 18, the next number is what? 54, and so on and so forth. So the first term, this is the first term, second one, third one, and so on. So our T1 is T what? Is TA. For me to get the second one, I need to multiply that one by, I need to multiply the A by a common ratio. Because here we realize that we have common ratio. We are not having, it's not common difference, it's a ratio. So T3 will be equal to what? AR2. Just like similar to AP. When this one is 1, this one has no R at all. When this one is 2, this one has R raised power 1. When this one is 3, this one has R raised power 2. So it means when I'm having n, I'm going to have what? AR n minus 1. So that is how we do that. So so this is just for the, so our common ratio here, we'll still say it as what? T2 minus what? What do you call it? T1. Yeah. So also here too, they may give us the first and the distance. So what we just need to do here is that what we just do, the another way we can rewrite this one, represent this one is what? Root of what? T2 over Tm. If you are given a distant terms, two distant terms, so it will just be what? Tn over Tm. Then root will be what? N minus m. N minus m will be root. Let's look at an example. You are given T1 as 2 and T4 as 54 here. So what you just do is that if you want to find it directly without any problem, I think in the last one we did not do X and Y. I expect that you'll be able to do X and Y since you have got we have got the D already. So we'll be able to add the D to the subsequent one to get it. So for this one, what we just need to do is that 54, our R will be equals to, in this case now, 4 minus 1 will give us 3. So it will be third root of what? 54 over 2. 54 divided by 2. What's 54 over 2? That's what? 27. Third root of 27. Third root of 27 will give us what? 3. So it means the common ratio is 3. So I can easily get other ones. So 3 times 2. The next one will be what? 6. The next one will be what? 3 times 6, 18. The next one will be what? 3 times 18, 54. So that is if we want to find the value of who are those making noise? Amida. Okay. So I believe we can move on. What happened? Historic here? Or who is raising hand? Okay. What's the problem? Are you supposed to be here or is your sister? So this is senior class. Okay. So let's move on. So that is for this one. So for GP2, we also have some. We have some. We want to find sum of numbers from so, but in this case now, it will be some of those metrics. See, sequence. So how do we get some of such numbers? So they devise a formula for that. Who is that again now? If you are not talking, just mute yourself. If you are not ready to talk, mute yourself. Okay. So for that one, we have also seen a particular way we can also derive that one. We know that our Sn is still the same thing as T1 plus T2 plus T3 and so on like that. Well, the concept that we just used in that one, the concept we use is that we realize that most of the terms are almost the same. If I want to add them together, I can just add this A. The next one will be what? AR squared, AR. The next one will be AR squared. And then so on like that. So likewise, and the end will be what? AR n minus 1. Now, I notice that I can still multiply all of them by a common ratio. If I multiply all of them by that same common ratio, if I multiply all of them by that same common ratio, or okay, let me use an example of the number, because in most cases, this is usually somehow to majority of us. Let me use okay, sorry. So an example is we are trying to add the other one together. Okay, we started from 2 plus 6 plus what? Plus 18 plus 54 and so on. But it depends, we may have the last one. So let's assume that, okay, let's assume that we even want to add it to, we want to do it up to 54. Yeah. Or what's the next one after 54? 54 by 3, what will you give us? 54 times 3, 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5, 15. That would be 162. Okay. So another way we can also do that. Another way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, S5. Another way we can also do that is to what? Also say R times S5 or 3 times S5. If you equals to multiply this one by 2, by 3, you get 6. Multiply this one, you get 18. Multiply this one, you get 54. Multiply this one, you get what? 162. If you multiply 162, what will you get? 162 times 3. 162 times 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 6, 18. Then 3 times 1, 3. That's 486. Thank you. 486. So we now realize that by the time we watch, if you subtract them, this one will cancel this will cancel this will cancel this will cancel this. We'll be left with the first one here and the last one here. So that is the principle. So at the end of the day, so let me just summarize. So we'll be left with just the first and the last. That's how you are going to do it. So, but don't forget that this is what you have used 3 to multiply it here. So as a result, you have the formula RSN minus SN. RSN minus SN will be equals to the last one here, which will be what? Which will be ARN minus the first one minus A. So as a result of that, SN is common. So the formula will now be what? A into bracket R raised power N minus 1 over what? Here to realize that SN is common. So we are going to have R minus 1 left. So R minus 1. So this one, because sometimes our ratio will be less than sometimes it will be more than 1. So if it is more than when our R, we do it round. When our R is less than 1, we do it in another way around. So we just swap it 1 minus R is, and then so when we use that one, it will be very straightforward. So this is for when R is greater than 1. It is when R is less than 1. Now we also realize that at a time, our series, form of GP, at a time it will converge. At a time it will converge to a particular answer. So when we have it like that, what will happen? Amida, you need to know that you are unmuting yourself. You are unmuting yourself several times, and you are disturbing us. Your background noise is disturbing us. So Amida, it's like Amida is not there. Okay.
I'm there, sir.
Okay, thank you, please. You have unmuted yourself back. Try to mute yourself. So when there will be some time for those that are doing physics, there's what we call convergence. So there will be some times. I think it's still Amida and Jimo.
Sir?
Please try to ensure that your background noise is not affecting us. So in this case now, so there's what we call divergence as a convergence. So this one will converge. And what happens when it converges? It means that in that case, when our R is less than 1, and majorly our R will be between 1. It will be between 1. Normally our R is less than 1 for this one. Now, when R is now restricted to between 1 and possibly -1, it will converge. You realize that at the time, all the sum that you are looking for, they will be the same thing. X20 will be the same thing as X21. X15 will be the same thing. There won't be a significant difference. So that is what we mean by is converging to a particular point. So all of them we resume there. They are going to converge there at a particular time. So in that case, we say we find the limit. That's what we call sum to infinity. So say sum to infinity when the time is very, very large. You see, it's not like that. It may be to just get to a particular, it depends on what you are using. Sometimes if you have your half to be 1/3 and your n to be maybe 15, at that time it may converge. So at that time it may converge. So that is just what you mean by that. So I think with this now we have tried to explain what we mean by sequence and series. So let's just go to some of the questions that we have. So questions, let me share the screen with you.
Sorry, please, can you do another example?
Yes, that is what I want to do examples. I want to share my screen with you so that we can get some examples to. I want to take the examples from wire questions. I've compiled some wire questions. I'm trying to share. Yeah. I think it did not download. Let me see again. Wow, the question did not download chat. Okay. Okay, I think I've seen it. My question. Okay, my question. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. I've not actually downloaded the question. But how many times did I? Okay. The sequence and series. Yeah. Wow, I don't know why this thing is not downloading. Okay, no problem. Let me share. I think I've seen it here. I'm in the class. So yeah, let me share it from the site then. I've not been able to. Let me share it from the site. Okay. Sorry. I hope you can see the question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So these are some of the questions. So if you look at the first one, they say find the product of X and Y in a what? In GP. In GP, find the product of what? X and Y in GP. So what do we do here? So in this case now, it depends on the way you want to look at it. So let me see. Yes, I should be able to write. Yeah. So how do we do this? So they have given us GP as X, 3/2, 6/7, and Y. So this is T1, T2, T3, T4. So how do we do that? It depends. What they just want us to find is what? X1. You know, if you want to find our ratio here, what do? We say this, we can say that what? T1 or T2 over T1 or T3 over T2 or T4 over what? T3. Have you? Do you all agree with me? If you want to find your common ratio, just pick two consecutive terms. Pick two consecutive terms. T2 over T1, which is same thing as what? T3 over T2, which is same thing as T4 over T3. I don't like to stress myself much. So if I want to do it, I realize that my T1 is X, my T4 is what? Is Y. So it means I don't need the middle one. I don't need the middle one. The T1 that in the first one, be talking in the class. So this is now Fatimola wa. Okay. So let me move on. So based on my explanation, I believe you can see. So in this case now, what I just need, I don't need the middle one. I will just pair the first and the last. So T2, my T2 is 3/2 divided by T1, which is X, is equals to what? T4, that is Y, divided by what? T3. They have given me T3 as what? 6/7. I will cross multiply. If I cross multiply, I'm going to have what? XY is equals to this times this. That will be 3/2 times 6/7. So 2 here 1, 2 here 3. 3 times 3, 9/7. So my right option is what? C. My right option is what? C. I hope it's clear, Abby. So if you like problem, challenge, if you like wala, you like to be very slow or to use long method, you may first find your common ratio. When you now find your common ratio, you now continue to get X, you now get Y, before you now multiply them together. No, as you are giving yourself serious stress. Just look at how you can link whatever that you have been given together. And with this particular relationship, we have been able to link them. The T1 that you have X there, it is here. The T4 that you have it as Y, it is here. So it's not compulsory that I link this one and the first two. So I pick the first one and the last one. So that is how the second question, they said if the second term and fourth term of a GP are 8 and 32 respectively, find the sum of the what? Find the sum of the first 4 terms. So how do we do that? So find the first, find the, sorry. So, can you see my screen very well, Sha?
Yes, sir.
I hope you can see the screen very well.
Yes, sir. But it's so tiny.
Too tiny, yeah. Sorry, you didn't even complain. I think it's better now.
What is clear ownership?
Okay. Usually direct it like this. Can you not see? Can you like this?
You complained earlier. I didn't. It's not. It was not. The second one, I respectively find the sum. So if you look at this one too now, they have given us the second term. That's what second term is T2. To be what? To be 8. And they have given us what? The fourth term, T4. To be what? 32. You know, in GP we divide. But these two that they have given us, they are not consecutive terms. This is the second, this is the fourth. So remember the formula we said we are going to be using. So our R will be equals to what? 4 minus 2. That will be 2. So that will be square root of what? 32 divided by 8. 32 divided by 8. So actually, if they were consecutive terms, we just say T4 divided by T3. That's 32 divided by whatsoever. So, but because they are far terms apart, so just pick the greater term, 32 divided by 8. Whatever answer we get, 4 minus 2, we make it to be root. So since it is just 2, 4 minus 2 will give us 2. So that will be square root of 32 over 8. 32 over 8 will give us 4. So what is the square root of 4? That will be what? 2. Square root of 4 is 2. So it means our common ratio is what? Is 2. So the question they ask now is that find the sum of the first 4 terms. So we are lucky that it's just 4 terms. So now what is our ratio? Common ratio, is it greater than 1 or less than 1? From what you can see here, it is 2. So 2 is greater than 1. Which formula do we use? Sn equals what? A r raised power n minus 1 over r minus 1. So our A, did we get our A? Okay, we didn't see our A here too. But from what we have done here, if we have got the common ratio to be, since we have got our common ratio to be what? To be 2. It means our A will be what? 8 divided by 2, that's 4. So the first term will be 4. The second one is 8. The third one will also be what? Multiply 8 by 2, 16. So that the next one will be what? Multiply it by 2, 32. And so on. So this is the first. So the first. The reason why I'm using this formula, you may not use this formula. You can just add them like this together. You get it? 4 plus 8 and 12. 12 plus 16. That's what? 28. 28 plus 32. That would be 60. You can do it like that. But the reason why, so the answer is 60. So the reason why I just want to take pain to do it like this is because subsequently they may ask you, in another question, they may ask, find the sum of the first 10 terms. You know, it will not be easy for you to now be writing the second, fifth term, sixth term, seventh term, eighth term, you now be adding. No, it's too tedious. So you can just apply the formula. So if you want to apply the formula in this case, now our A is 4. Our R is 2. 2 raised to power 4, 4 times. Minus 1 over what? 2 minus 1. Abi, R is 2. 2 minus 1, 1. So that would be what? 4. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. 16 minus 1 is what? 15. So 4 times 15. That would be what? 60. So in case if they are large, so you may adopt this formula directly instead of what? Listing all of them together and adding them. So that is how you can approach that particular question. Let's see. Our time is fast spent. We have spent a lot of time. Okay. So, I believe that you must have gained one or two things from what we have done so far. So, let's see if you can do one or two questions more. I have about 30 or 40 questions here. So, my challenge with you is that if I send it to you to do, you will not even reply me. So that's been the challenge I'm having with you. Not even reply. And maybe I don't know. Okay. So let's move to. It said in an AP, the first term and the sum of the first term is 16 and a half. What is the fourth term? In an AP, the first term is 2, and the sum of the first and the what is the fourth term? So, how do we do that? Okay, so to do that too. To do that. So what it did? Okay, sorry, I think I need to. Let's look at it again. Yeah. Okay. So you said in an AP, the first term, 2. So that is A. A is 2. What again? The sum of the first and the sixth term. The sum of the first and the sixth term is what? Is 16 and a half. So meaning that the sum T1 plus T6 is equals to what? Is equals to 16 and a half. Then they say find the fourth term. Okay, so in this case, what they will just do is that what is that? The first term is what? A. The sixth term. So it will be what? A plus the sixth term is what? A plus 5D. And it will be equal to what? 16 whole number 1 over 2. So 16 whole number 1 over 2 is the same thing as if you convert it to improper fraction. It will be what? 16 times 12. That's 32 plus 1, 33. That's 33 over 2. So that would be A plus A will give us 2A plus 5D equals to what? 33 divided by 2. Now, what is, they have given us A. A is 2. So substitute it. 2 times 2 to give us 4. Plus 5D equals what? 33 over 2. So if you take 4 to that side, or you multiply through by A, will be this. Will be this. So in this case now, if you multiply through by, for example, if you multiply through by 2, you just need to solve this. So I need to get out of this place quickly. So I don't like all this. So what I just do is that I multiply everything by 2. This is 8. This is 10D. And this will give me 33. I need to remove that fraction. That's what I've done. So 10D, 8 will go there. I'm going to have 10D will be equal to 33 minus 8. 33 minus 8 will give us 25. So my D is what? 2.5, which is same thing as 5/2 or 2.5. So this is our D. So the question they ask is that find the fourth term. Fourth term would be what? A plus 3D. That's T4. A plus 3D. So our A has been given as 2. We have 3 multiplied by our D is 2.5. So 3 times 2.5 will give us 7.5. 7.5 plus 9 is what? 9.5, which is same thing as 9.5.
7.5 plus 2.
Yeah, 7.5 plus 2, yes. 3 times 2.5 will give us 7.5. 7.5 plus 2 will give us 9.5. So the answer is 9.5, which is same thing as 9.5. So as simple as that. Okay, so let me see, before we round it up, let me just see some of the questions that may give us problem, and then if possibly we can, I think we have spent 1 hour. Yeah, we have spent 1 hour. So look at this, question 4. If half 1/x, 1/3 are successive terms of an AP, show that 2 minus x over x minus 3 equals 2/3. So you can go and try it. I don't think you should have any problem with it. What we just need to do there is that this is T1. You have T1. T1 is there. T1 is half. T2 is 1/2. 1/x. T3 is this. So what you can just do is that find the common difference.
The phone I'm using, the battery is low, so I'll have to.
If you want to find the common difference here, minus T1, which is, that's what you can do. So how do you want to do that? You just do 1/x minus 1/2 will be the same thing as what? 1/3 minus 1/x. What is the LCM? The LCM here is 2x. The LCM here is 3x. So in that case, if you bring the one here together, you have 2 minus x over 2x. The other one, you have what? X minus 3 over 3x.
Question.
Is that clear? So what you can do, and we don't give you, can you mute yourself so that we don't hear your. So in this case now, I think I've been telling you something of this nature, that when you have a fractions like this or rational functions like this, you don't, when you want to cross multiply, it's not a must that you do your normal cross multiplication. Part of what you can do here is that this one will come down, swap. If you swap 2x and x minus 3, you are going to have 2 minus x. 2 minus x over what? X minus 3, which will be equals to 2x over 3x. So x cancel x. So we already get the required equation that they want us to show. So that's 2 minus x over x minus 3 equals 2/3. Now the next question is, if the sixth term of an AP is 37 and the sum of the 4 sixth terms is 147, find the first term. I believe all the rest are, I believe many can do. Just to. I hope you're a mistake. It's not common difference. Rather, it is find the common ratio. So I think with what I've taught you now, you can easily get the common ratio. It will be T3 over T1. That will be what? Square root of it. Look at another question here. If 3 minus x, 6, 7 minus 5x are consecutive terms of a geometric progression, with terms ratio greater than 0, find the values of x. I believe you should be able to do that too. So what you can just do here is what? Since it is common ratio. So like the first question we did here, it will be d 6 over 3 minus x will be equals to what? 7 minus 5x over 6.
5x over 6.
Very good. So that's how you're going to do that one. The second of an AP are x minus 2, 5, and x plus 2 respectively. Calculate you see the same thing as consecutive terms. And it is AP, it's not T2 minus T3. So those are the questions like that. So look at this. I think we have done something similar to this. They have given you T and they want you to find X and Y.
Y.
So,
yeah.
So it's like the example. Yeah, it's like the example I gave you. So how many numbers between 75 and 500 are divisible by 7? Any idea? How many numbers between 75 and 500 are divisible by 7? So how do you do this? Let me just give idea. I'll just give you idea of how you can do it. So if you look at it, what's the first number? Is 75 divisible by 7? No. The first number between these that is divisible by 7 is what? 77. So this will be the first number. This is our A. The characteristic of numbers divisible by 7 is that they have a common difference of 7. 7 times 11, 77. 7 times 12, 84. So 84 is the next one. If you add 7 to this one too, you get 91 and so on. So it means the first number is 7. That's 77. The common difference is 7. And then another thing that we need, I think that's all. They want us to find what? How many numbers? Yes, how many numbers? So we need to know the last number. How you get the last number? Is 500 at all? Is it divisible by 7? Let's check. 500 divided by 7. 7 in 50 is 7. 7 times 7, 49. Remember 1. 7 in what? In 10 is 1. So 1 point is not divisible. So what you do is that's 71 that you got. 71 number that you got. Multiply it by 7. 7 times 1, 7 times 7 times 7, 49. So that will be 497. So it means the last number will be what? 497. It's not up to 500. So since you have got the first number, you have got the last number, you have got the common difference. You just use Tn equals A plus N minus 1D. I've said I'm not going to do it. Tn, this is Tn, 497. Our A is 77. Our N is what we are looking for. They say how many numbers? So we are looking for N. And the D, you have got it to be 7. So that is that is how we can do that. I think I should stop here. So Like I told you, I think the questions are so many. I've tried to compile all the questions from WAEC. All the questions that WAEC have brought out on sequence and series. Till 2019. So that's what I've compiled together here. If there's any question that is not here that WAEC has brought out, it's because we have similar questions. That's why I decided not to pick it. I hope you can. Number 24, can you say anything about it? Number 24. Okay, just see it like that, yeah.
Oh no, 4 is equals to carry 2.
I intentionally did not I intentionally left there. Okay, the questions are not even complete. There's no theory questions here. Okay, sorry, theory questions are there. Yeah. Theory questions are there. Okay, so the questions are 31 in all. So I can send to your, I'll send to your WhatsApp group so that you can all go over it. So I need, somebody say I don't really understand. From 2, okay, number 2 and 5, 32. I don't really understand. Fatima, which one?